organizational culture, or even sort of the culture of a certain discipline or profession, yes, it's certainly going to play a large part in developing a strategic communications project that gets used, that really works for people. And I have worked in different settings. I worked in transportation for 10 years with engineers. I worked in a social work organization for 5 years that was run on feelings. I guess having been a communications manager or consultant for 3 very different types of professions, one piece of advice that I have is that it really does pay to have your project be managed by someone who's in the culture and understands the culture. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a laboratory scientist, but I worked in this organization for probably about 10 years before embarking on this project. You can bring in outside consultants to help you with specific expertise, and we did, but having a key project lead who understands the organization, the people, and the culture is going to, I think, help assure a process that flows nicely and keeps moving forward. And you can't assume that you can just take this same package and transport it to another organization or culture, and it's going to work just the same. So I think maybe one piece of advice I would have is that you got to have an insider. But the insider can't do this alone and that's one thing I recognized as I was leading this project. I had a 20-year career in communications and marketing before I started this. Maybe 25, who's counting? And people would say to me, well, can't you do this? Do we really need to hire a consultant? That's what you guys do. Can't you write us some boilerplate language? Can't you create some brochures? And I said no, because I'm an insider now. I've been here too long. I'm going to use the same kind of tired old words that haven't been working for us. So there's that sort of yin and yang of having an insider in a project lead who understands the internal culture, but bringing in the expertise from outside for a fresh set of eyes, fresh way of looking at it. Because once you're inside, you can't, you're not fresh anymore. So it's that real good partnership that occurs with bringing sort of the insider knowledge with the fresh pair of eyes that can tell you, here's what I think will work for you, and let's go out and test it, see if we're right.